The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Guess what? We made it. We're here. What does that mean? See, today is frustrating, isn't it? What time do you get out of bed? What's on your agenda? What do you accomplish? What do you need to do? You think the day's over. It's just begun. See, it's confusing. You see, the biggest thing for me is, how do I get past go? Now, I wanted to make sure you understand. I think you're stuck. Most people are stuck listening to blah, blah, blah out there, this motivation or that motivation and rules and tools. They don't get any of that. Foundation. Foundation is the key to success. All right. I've been training rich and famous people to be rich and famous for the last 46 years. And you'll notice they have what's called a management company. The main thing for you is to understand, do you want to get to millionaire status or not? It's not easy. You're going to get knocked down 1,000 times. You're going to get beat up. You're going to be told no. Reality, no, it doesn't make any sense to me. So today it's like this. This is the FBI rules and tools. Okay, I gave you notice not to take pictures or record. Okay, very simple. I want you to put it here. Get a tablet and pen, write down today's date. Now, there will be a page or two. I'll say get out your cell phone and take a picture because you have permission to do that. See, I want you to understand, you're not going to get where you want to go unless you have rules and tools. Now, come on. Look how old you are today. Are you 40, 50, 60, 70? This is what's happening. You're running out of time. You got 50 more years and you're dead. That's the way it works. What are you going to do now? Waste more time and blah, blah, blah? You got choices today. Okay? Choices are very simple. All right? See it, believe it, go get it. Now, I like to repackage people like I call Humpty Dumpty. See, you need some rules and tools. Foundation. Is it easy? Hell no. If somebody tells something's easy, they're full of you know what. It's like when I got that $100 million building there, they told me and they cussed me out and said I was giving them the wrong piece of presentation. In other words, they had this problem of bankruptcy. I showed them a solution. Get that blank out of here. They yelled at me, told me to go away. I did. 4 months later, what were you talking about again? $1 million Lamborghinis, $1 million yachts, race boats, $5 million mansions. All I know is my book coming out, it's called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. There's a lot of bullshit in this world. I just cut to the chase. Reality is just telling you the truth. Now, do you want to be a millionaire? I'm hoping you say no. Would you like to be a millionaire corporation? I'm hoping you say yes. See, a corporation receives money the way it's designed. Have you have a corporation? Well, goody for you. I don't think you learned diddly squat. I think you overpaid for a corporation, attorney, a CPA, and you didn't know how to play the game anyway. That's just my opinion. I could be right or wrong. And hi, John. I'm glad you said hi, too. I'll say hi back to you as well. So let's understand. Last November, I got a client. Her name is Miss Walker. Miss Walker, we get to talk to in the office. No problem. She talks to one of the reps. And this is Karen that says, hey, could you help this lady? She's about to file bankruptcy. She's going to lose her house. Okay, she's all upside down. I go, what am I going to do? I'm $3,000 an hour and I'm $25,000 a day. You want me to talk to her for free? Okay. You see, what happens with big companies, they pay me that all the time. My wife calls this my hobby. I want to help the average person get to million to billion like I did. No one helped me, but I figured I'd help other people. So Miss Walker turns around, she explains to me, for almost 2 years, she spent over $100,000 on all these motivational speakers. All the ones going to give her rules and tools. They don't even mention that too. Bottom line is she got ripped off. By the time she's done, I'm repackaging her. It's not easy. Everything kept going right or wrong. You got to fight through the pain. Well, about a month and a half ago, she's upside down. No, she's back upside down. No, she's right side up. House is refinanced. Money in the bank. Credit cards scores 700. She got an American Express Platinum card for the business. And what did she do? She's on the phone laughing, crying, and peeing. Well, women get excited and they laugh and cry. They pee. That's what happens. So, sorry, that's what happened. And she was like, I can't believe it. By the way, this last week, she just got back from Rome on a business trip using her American Express Platinum card. You see, I believe anybody and everybody can be repackaged. But is it easy? No. You're going to have to fall down 1,000 times and realize how hard you want it, how bad you want it. Is it easy? Never. So let's understand. Let's write down today's date. Here's my challenge to you. Okay? All right. If you don't have $100,000 in corporate credit and per divisions, then you need it. If your score's not 700, 750 and more, 100,000 in personal credit, you need it. So in other words, how do we get the goodies we want? Well, we have to start somewhere. What's the day? We should start today's date. Now, the next thing is we need a checklist. I'm a person that breaks down rules and tools and steps. All right. I need to know exactly how this piece works. I want to look behind the curtain. I want to understand. See, most of you, sorry, half of you are freaking lazy. The other half you follow ducks and sheep, and you do something I call stupid. You follow stupid, so you do stupid. And you're not stupid. Boy, you did was stupid. I mean, come on, let's use an example. You took your personal credit cards, you jacked them up, you got stuck. Hell, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner. And you honked your house. You brought the pain home. Now, that calls smart or stupid. See, every card you got in your personal wallet needs a sticky. A sticky. See, I set up the system for all of you in the first place, all right, because I'm the guy behind Ken Yarrow teaching TRW Spear what needed to be done. We dummy size it. We put on that sticky, the limit of card, what's 25%, what's 29%. You see, you're never going to get where you want to go unless you can afford to finance it, because you're not winning the lottery. Hell, you're not getting a big enough raise. Corporate credit's a damn write-off. It's free damn money. It comes in the mail. Whee! You get to write it all off. But you use your personal credit. I believe you all, every one of you, jacked up the wrong damn card. I'd like you to dissect you. I like to dissect you like Humpty Dumpty. I want to put you back together again my way. I personally don't take offense to it. I think your way sucks. I became a corporate millionaire at 14 and a half, 2.6 billion at 26. I got no bullshit to give you. But the reality is you got to understand, if you want to go get it, all right, it's like today. You look through your house, you look through your office, and what do you got? You want to leave a legacy. But the reality is probably nobody left you one. So what do you get to do? Let's inventory our personal life, assets, and business life. Why don't we learn how to play the game and the structure? Let's take a corporation with divisions. See, banks take a corporation, and they have another corporation called a subsidiary. And then they bankrupt 7,000 locations, take the assets and the money, and write off on their taxes. That's Bank of America for you. So if we take a corporation with division process that I invented in 85, 86, your name's not on it, we can probably protect our heads. So let's understand. You brought the pain home to you and your family. If your corporation gets sued, you're screwed because you're the voice of the corporation. Sorry, you are. You're the voice of the corporation. You're on the office list. You're on the bank account. You sign the checks. They follow you. You're a duck and a sheep. Division doesn't have to have that problem. So we could actually play the game to win. So the ultimate goal is if we want to leave things to a family, we learn how to do this the right way. Let's write down irrevocable trust. Let's write down UCC1. Okay? Let's understand how this works. UCC1, irrevocable trust. Let's think about our assets. We know we're going to live, we're going to die. The ultimate goal is very simple. We're going to live, we're going to die. And that's how it works. So we're going to live, we're going to die, and the ultimate goal is what's going to happen to all of us. Okay? Hold on a second. All right, I just wanted to see because I thought the video is kind of like sketchy. So we're going to die. Okay? This means we have to understand something. When we're dead, who gets our goodies? Okay? If you take a UCC1, all right, you list your assets in your house, your office, and you put on UCC1, that's the ultimate goal. All right, the ultimate goal is to protect our assets as we do all these pieces. Okay, now I know I'm freezing, so hold on one second. All right, so now we got this hopefully fixed. My fear for my 6 kids, my 12 grandkids, is they're going to get screwed over in this world. Okay, I believe the system's all screwed up anyway. That's just my opinion. Now, I made a promise to myself as a kid I'd never get married unless I had a foolproof program. I couldn't find one, so I had to develop my own. I can trust me. I don't really trust anybody else besides me. So if I have assets like your house, you have a house that's a deed of trust. A car has a pink slip. Everything else should have a UCC1. It's called the entitlement of ownership. If I'm going to work my ass off for you, assets off for you, I don't want you to screw up my program. Do you understand that? I want you to get to million to billion. Okay, I've done that for 32 million people so far. I've helped 50 million people, and I got 29 billionaires. So if you're going to do this right, don't screw it up, okay? See, when I'm dead, my goodies go to the irrevocable trust. My children are officers of the corporations. Officers. Why? Because as long as you just change the officer, if I'm dead, I'm president. Now they're president. They don't have to inherit in tax. See, how you leave things matters as well and how you receive money. So if we're going to leave goodies of billions and billions of dollars, why don't we do it the right way from the beginning? So it's like something, irrevocable trust. Okay, all right, you have irrevocable trust, you have revocable trust. What's the difference? Well, attorneys a lot of times were like a revocable trust. Why? Because they get to move things around when you're dead. Irrevocable trust, nobody can change anything. They have to do exactly what you wanted per T. I like that. But either way, it's a good way to do asset planning, real estate planning as well. So you make your decision. When you're dead, you want someone to move things around when you're dead their way, put it all in their pocket, or would you like to lock it in? They got to do what you told them to do. All right, you make a decision. It's up to you. So I like my way. It makes more sense to me. Now, I'd like you to take a picture right here. See, here's the biggest problem you got is you. Your problem is you're trying to get rich. I call that BS. I want you to focus on $10,000 a month, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000. Your goal should be focusing on what the income is per month. Per month. If we get to the 100,000, the ultimate goal is that's only $1.2 million a year anyway. IRS says $5 million business, $5 million is a small company. Now my thing was very simple. When I was a kid, I got tested T-Weekly Junior High because I'm kind of a weird kid. I write both hands and talk at the same time and rhyme all the time. All right. The last time I took the SAT test and got a perfect score, they had me have my gym shorts. No shirt, no shoes, no socks. Nobody can do that. I've always done the impossible because I think most people fully know what. So my IQ's 203 with total recall on most things anyway. Now, let's see. I went to Orange Coast College. That's, I got signed over to the government to do that. Get to go to that program. That's fun. And then I wanted $1,000 a day in a month. Now I had 22,000 payphones. That was a business I gathered, payphone collections. And I got basically bought routes and everything else, 22,000. The average one is doing $300 a month. Okay. Now I did make the news because someone grabbed one of my payphones with their back of the car with the chain and went down basically, Crenshaw Boulevard. It was kind of funny, but the reality is the insurance covered it anyway, right? So let's understand. I wanted to get real estate. I did a lot of fixer-uppers and flippity-dippity-doos. I got 19 houses and they told me no. They told me no. Okay, have you heard the word no? No is something you hear from other people, and you got to realize they're stupid because they said no. There's always a better way. There's always a way. They said no, and you accepted it. No. Transferring properties in my divisions freed up my loan to value problem. Now, I wrote books on laundromats, dry cleaning, storage units, all these pieces, because these to me are businesses run by a third party. It's like fast food ran by third party management companies. I don't want to run a damn business. I just want the money coming in. That's all I want. I want money in buckets and buckets and buckets of friggin' money. So I got to the point I needed $1,000 a day, $1,000 a month. Then I got 10,000, and 30,000, 100,000. I got to the point 2009 doing $1 million a day. All it took is 10 people wire me $100,000 to get $1 million of credit. It was easy. See, let's play. Let's understand something. I'm always after different things in different, apartment complexes. I'm after storage units. Maybe it's a fast food restaurant, or maybe it's a, something like this, or it's a dry cleaner, something like that as well. Something that's easy. I don't want a lot of employees, because employees are a pain in the ass. Why? Because 80% suck. 20% of the worth keeping. So if you hire them through an agency, you fire, get another one. It'll take you 10 to get 2 good ones. Okay, that's how it works. When you get the good ones, you spoil the good ones. I got 7 customers that got their apartment complexes. Now, here's the thing. I position these things. I get them money. They finance it. Now that's under a division. Now the division has the apartment complex. They think they're done, and they're not done. See, everybody gets to a point. I'm done. No, you're not. You haven't dissected it. What about the equity? What about turning these people into owners? How about we split deed them all? How about we do assignment of mortgage? See, it's always a game if you want to play to win the game of business, which I wrote 47 years ago. So we can play my way. Okay, how about the storage units I get people into? All right, simple, it goes up in value, and it makes money. I like simple and stupid. Simple and stupid. That's why they call it the KISS method. Can't put simple and stupid. So we get to play the way to do this. See, the goal isn't to be rich. Okay? Now, this is $500 million of goodies. Would you like some? Now, that's about 15 years ago. You got to see the list today. But again, I like to take people from basically zero to millionaire to billionaire. It's fun. My wife calls this my hobby. So let's think. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor. Now, this basically mansion, they have a U-Dock, largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. I needed that sucker. I got properties on all 5 islands. I got 3 yachts spread out. I got a race boats, 2 of them. I got Duffys. I got Sea-Doos. It's all over the place. It's a mess. Every time my kids and I wanted to go play with the toy company, we had to go over there and go get it. Well, that sucks. So what do? Well, I wanted that house out of the U-Dock. I tried to get it twice, and I got my assets kicked. I got kicked. Damn, I can't get it. Well, that sucks. See, someone else outbid it. So what did I do the last time? Simple. All right, I got a cashier's check, found out who the new owner is. This is Portofino Cove, 17 houses. Eventually, I own half of them anyway. So what did I do? I gave that cashier's check to the new people about the house. I said, you can cash it today. Okay, all you got to do is $10,000. All you got to do is call me the moment you want to sell the house. And I get first right, because I'll give you exactly, we don't need to go through escrow. I'll write you a check. Now. That's what I did. Is that okay? Then I get all my goodies in my backyard. That's half the fun. The yachts and the race boats. And I always put Ray Reynolds University on it because, hell, it's a marketing tool. Hell, why not? The Duffys. So you get to take the wife. Every Friday night, I get to take her to Captain Jack's. We get to take the Duffy. They'd help park it. Isn't that romantic? Women love that stuff. The reality is, basically, it takes money to get honey. That's how it works. Okay. How about the big building that yelled at me that I finally got it? Oh, the Lamborghini, too. Oh, here. Here's the damn keys. You see, a marketing tool. I went to an audit. They said, you can only write off 80% of the car. Okay. But because you drive it home 20%. Well, that's funny. All right. He goes, well, so the bottom line is you got a problem with that. The code says, as long as there's a marketing tool and anybody can see it on both sides, in the back and the front of the car, the reality is it's a marketing tool everywhere you drive. Okay? Oh, I guess so. Now, the next thing was funny is it's not even my damn car. I said, do you know that car was bought through a division of a corporation and guaranteed by a division of me? It's not even my damn car. And you're giving me shit. See, everywhere you go, someone's going to give you crap. Okay? It doesn't matter who it is. I got clients who go to the bank. They use the word finance. Nope. They won't let it account. Investment. Nope. See, you got to really understand how to play the game to win. Do you want to win? Or you want to lose? Okay. Now I got a car collection of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Aston Martins, but it's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. But I got the keys. Is that okay? So if we play this game, my way is to play to win. Remember, I wrote Winning the Game of Business years ago, 46 years ago, probably 47 now. What do we do? Oh, damn, look at that guy. His ass is higher than 6 foot locker. Oh, hell, that's me. Wow. Every time I hear some idiot say, white man can't jump, are you freaking kidding me? I broke the record for the highest kick and fastest kick in 1981. Get off your assets and shut the blank up. That's what I just feel. Okay? I hit my head that night. Damn, that hurt. So what do we get to do? Accomplish a goal. All right, the Guinness Book of Records guy came in, the YMCA. I kicked at the lights. I was only 13 feet. I split kicked the sucker. He ran out like a little girl. Well, you stick around, I might. He came back because there's no wires. This is an aluminum building. No blank, Sherlock. So what are we going to do? See, you have been following ducks and sheep. All right, people have been doing it stupid, didn't get there. You're listening to people, didn't get to million to billion, and you think that's going to help you. Good luck on that. So let's accomplish the goal. It's kind of fun. The word no, hell no. You tell me no, I'll say thank you, have a nice day. Get the hell out of my way. That's just me. I'm going to go do it anyway. I'll find a way. There's always a way. But you accepted no. Look at you now. Do you live where you want to live? No. Do you have all the goodies you want? No. So your goal is very simple, how we play this game. Now, there's 1,000 steps. It's a pain in the ass. If you think this is easy, no, 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 no. There's 1,000 steps to get to millionaire. You got to follow each step in foundation and rules and tools. It is in the Millionaires Founders Kit, which I wrote basically and had at the Bonaventure, and I sold it for 32 years, every Wednesday night for $5,000 a set. There was a line at the hotel. It's kind of fun. Now, you got to stop treading water. Here's your problem. What you're doing today, it's a rerun. You did today the same thing hell you did yesterday. Again and again and again. You keep down let's go watch the Lucy show. Come on. Haven't we seen that show enough? But again, that's just you, and that's just me. So if we do this correctly, we get to have fun. We got to get you 750. How the hell did we get you a 750 score when you screwed it all up? We got to rebuild you. Well, that's the goal. We have to rebuild the credit. There's ways and rules and tools. And I give you the rules and tools because I invented most of them anyway. So what do we get to do? Now, a corporation's a legal person, but if they sue that, they sue you because that you're a duck and a sheep. But if you have a corporation with divisions, divisions will save your ass. So let's understand. Okay, I need $100,000, $2 million of cash credit. I got to finance the business. Well, I'm going to get it. It's simple. Get out corporate credit. Again, rules and tools. Now, I need checkbook money. What's that? Well, if I lined you up for Chase Bank or B of A or US Bank or something, Wells Fargo, they're going to give you this line of credit. They're going to put in your bank account. And 45 days later, it's in your checkbook. You got a damn bill ready to be paid. That means you better get into escrow or bridge loan it, because that bill's coming due. You can't stop it once you start it. From there, we need basically what? Supply and vendor money. Supply and vendor money is what we need to finance the business too, because of things we want to buy at wholesale price. Okay, so these are must-haves. They're must-haves no matter what you do. Without it, I don't think you can make it. Now, we take a corporation, you have one, fantastic. You pay thousands, you didn't learn diddly squat. All right, you got a CPA, attorney, and corporate service. They kind of probably ripped you off anyway, and they let you down. Okay, happens all the time. You don't have a corporate, I'll give you one for free. Free. All you do is pay your filing fee. If we stop bringing the pain home and understand rules and tools and structure, we can make sure, all right, we can put our ducks in a row, and I can repackage you. Is that the ultimate goal? Is to repackage you like repackaging America? One of my companies from years ago. Okay. So we have to understand how to play this game. Now, here's basically Glenn Freeman. Okay. Glenn was homeless, living in his car for 3 years, feeling sorry for himself. I kind of woke up and told him to get off his ass heads. I have a program, Raise 360. You see, what happens is homeless, they're having this, this affordable housing crap. It's not going to work. I told him that before, and I showed him homeless parks. Homeless parks are every 6 miles under the freeway. Every 6 miles is called dead zone. Let's turn it into a homeless park. That's what they need. But the reality is they're not listening. Hey, let's put affordable housing in Beverly Hills and Huntington Beach and Irvine. Come on. Nobody wants to see the homeless shit in the first place. I can talk because I was homeless eating out of a trash can at 3 years old. Nobody wants to see that. They ignored me too. But again, why don't we do it the right way? Oh, let's take the people coming out of prison. I have a program for that too. So here's free Ricky Dicky Ross. Gold and platinum cards. Hell, why not? He just came out of prison after 20 years. Thomas, he was in prison for 26 years. Now, Thomas was great because he said, no one wants to help me, Ray. Everybody thinks I have the plague. No, Thomas, you came out of prison after 26 years. All right, they don't know if you're going to kill them. Okay? Now, understand. It took 6 months to get him brand new dump trucks. That's what it took. See, I didn't have to rebuild anything because he had nothing to rebuild. Rebuilding's a pain in the ass at. We look at Michael, God rest his soul. We look at basically, Arnold. All right, from there we look at, Clinton. Didn't he get indicted in a couple of problems too? Is it every president that keeps someone's getting in trouble? Most of them? Now, I did Ronald Reagan's corpse years ago. That was okay because Nancy kept just saying, say no to drugs. Why did she charge children became dare? Is that okay? Oh, Fishbone, he's okay, but Mama, she's sweet. Okay, let's play. How about Costner? How about Giovanni for Pixar? How about we turn around and get some more fun? Have a college professor. Oh, Superman for Gold's Gym. That's fun. Kurt Cobain, God rest his soul too. And her videos on YouTube. So I got her 1 million too. So let's understand. If rich and famous people can listen and follow through, could you? Wasn't that the only thing you need to really do? See, I've incorporated Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels, all these things. Before I died in a damn coma, I was known as Rich and Famous Incorporated. All right, then I get to come back and be humble, crawl, beg, and try to get through the hell again. It's not easy. It's never been easy. Now, what did you do? I'll bet you sit down at the kitchen table and you said to honey, let's start a business, honey, with our friends and family. You did, didn't you? Let's jack up the cards. Let's drop the score. Let's get stuck. Can't get any more. Let's hawk our house and be stupid. Oh, you didn't say that? We're going to start a business, honey. Did you ever wonder what happens if you have an oh shit day? Oh shit, it didn't work. You willing to sacrifice you, your family, and your kids? I mean, I don't understand that. You see, if you have the corporate structure, you can finance it and write it all off. Why would you want to hurt your family? I know that wasn't your intent, but that's what happened. So what should we actually do? Why don't you get to have some fun, get to raisecredit.com and play with me? Because that's half the fun. Never bring the pain home. See, why do people bring the pain home? So let's understand. You're not going to get to million to billion until you learn to balance your debt. Because your core score, credit score keeps going up, down, up, down, up, down. You're playing the up and down show. Because you don't know the knowledge. You don't know the rules and tools. All cards fluctuate, but two. So if you look at your personal credit and you basically get that sticky there and you balance your debt, you can get more. So if we're going to jack up a card, should we jack up the ones that fluctuate or the ones that don't? What do you think? See, they don't fluctuate and limit it up to $1 million. So again, what do we get to do? Play the game to win. And they have a paid over time limit as well. So if you get the foundation, the rules and tools, and you listen very carefully, you get to a 750, you can maintain it forever. I just got off the phone with someone, I got him a 750, and then all of a sudden he got zero balances, he got a little collection account, and he dropped to a 560. You just screwed up everything I did. What the hell's wrong with you? Okay, get rid of the collection, do a new wrap and rescore. Let's put the scores up and away. Until then, you can't get anything. See, you backed yourself in the corner. So if we understand rules and tools, and you use Ray's rules, well, set up the system in the first place, why not? We could get there. Does that make sense? Now, I don't know about you. Have you ever had an oh shit day? I'm honest. Have you ever had an oh shit day? I mean, it's very simple, okay? All right, oh shit, I lost my job. When you lost your job, you said, oh shit, didn't you? Oh shit. Oh, my credit score went to shit. Oh shit. My wife can't find her cell phone. Oh my God. Let's call it again. Oh shit, my little helper's not in the car. What do we do now? Oh shit, my tire's flat. Oh shit, I messed it up again. Oh shit, I need the money today, not tomorrow. You ever notice everybody's tomorrow? Next week, next. They're so full of shit, it's ridiculous. If you're gonna do it, you do it now. You don't say next week. Next week means it's never gonna happen. Okay, blah, 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 blah. So what do we get to do? I got a new book I've been working on called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. Because I'm going to talk about all these motivational speakers out there. Blah, 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 blah. Without rules and tools, it's just BS. So debt consolidation, crap, doesn't work. Makes it worse. Bankruptcy, hell, why would you do that? Make it worse again? So if we want to play the game, you have to rebuild your credit. And that's the only thing you get to do. Okay, but again, it's going to be up to you to follow through. All right, during the rebuild, your corporation, your personal credit, you're going to realize here's person, here's corp, here's division. I got 3 areas I'm building credit. During the time that I'm building basically rebuilding my credit, all right, I should probably have a division of myself. See, if a corporation is a legal person, public record, not your BCP and attorney, that means the division under the corporation is a legal person as well. A legal what? Person of law. You see, this hurts. Ow, 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 ow. That means I'm a legal person of flesh. Legal person of law means I get to write all this stuff off. Whee! Why would I jack up my credit, use that, hurt the family, which is stupid? Why would I not use corporate credit to finance itself and write it all off? See, that's what makes sense, but it's up to you. So during the time you're rebuilding, or I do it for you, with you, I'd say have a division of me, okay? But it's up to you. Now, just a division here is totally different than a regular division. I charge $9.99. Hell, I got to get that set up. I got to set up this here. I got to set up the dashboard, spear and charge, I got to get a tax ID and add a bunch of damn history to it. Would you pay $1,000 to have an extra body in the closet? I mean, come on. You allowed yourself to have one of you. Doesn't that suck? Now, that's a Zelle tonight only. If you don't Zelle, oh, well, call the office. It's $19.99. Now, plan the problem. What does that mean? I'm sorry. You got up today. 10 things went wrong in the first couple hours. Did you spill your coffee? Did you trip over the carpet? Did you have a flat tire? Did someone honk the horn? I mean, it's like we're dealing with shit. So let's plan the problem. I believe you never planned the problem. That's why you get your assets kicked. All right, because look at your age. Come on, why the hell didn't you get to millionaire at least? I got to millionaire at 14 and a half years old. Why the hell didn't you? What's wrong with you? Now, if we write down today's date, the goal is 90 days from now. Can we go through rules and tools and steps? In other words, if I was in having coaching, we're going to go through something. Here's your checklist. Get this done. Next week, do this, do this, do this. So I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. I want you to understand that we go through the fight and through the pain, but the reality is we've got to start somewhere. You need a list. I'm sorry. Every time you get stuck, what do? Come on, it doesn't matter what you're putting a bicycle together, you're driving the car, you get lost. You get your navigating system. The navigator tells you how to get there, right? Because you're lost. Every time we do anything we don't understand how to do, we need someone to help us and hold our hand. Probably you need someone to tell you what to do. All right. I take people in my millionaire group. That's usually at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And then I have one at 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturday as well. Now I get them over $1 million credit and we get to play the game. I want them to have EV charging stations. I want them to plan storage units, bridge loans, real estate. I don't want to focus on one thing. Hell would I? I don't ever did that. If we did this correctly, like John here, John got to the monthly income of $26,000 a month. Is that good? But we're not done. What do we need? What is our goal? 100,000. 100,000. We look at the next list. Here's Robert. What does Robert get? He gets an EV charging station. Now here's our problem in California. In California, because we're the capital of EV charging stations, they're losing some money. They charge 7 taxes per gallon of gas in California. So now they're going to have a highway tax. They're going to create more money to piss away our money again. California had $1 trillion, billions of dollars last year. Now we're broke. Talk about stupid people. All right, I want to pay as much tax as I have to. Bridge loans and real estate. Isn't that okay? See, I want something that's easy that can run by itself. I don't want employees. Only 20% are good. 80% suck. In my call centers, I got the best of the best. I got the 20%ers. 80%, bye, get the hell out. You're wasting my time and my money. See, it's like it took 10 to get 2 good ones. Robert got $35,000 a month. We're not done yet. I don't want him getting fat and happy. So what do we get to do? Okay, we get to the next one, David. David did all kinds of stuff. He went really nuts. Okay, having some fun. But he also has an Amazon business doing $2 million a year. So all of a sudden, David's playing too. Got $96,000 a month. Wow. Let's get some more. See, the goal should always be, what is the monthly income, monthly income, monthly income? Don't worry about the business and what we're going to do, $5 million. No. You have to focus on the beginning of income. If we play this game, Katie's very simple. Katie basically did all kinds of pieces, all right, and divisions and Amazon, all kinds of things. She's smart, okay? She doesn't want to settle in anything. She wants to have fun. She says, Ray, I'm going to do everything you tell me to do, and let's see how much money I can make. You're not making any money, Katie. It goes to the corporation. Your paycheck basically is your lifestyle, so you got to break even. Sorry, even though you live in that mansion, you get $225 a month. Is that okay? So if we look at the people we can do and what we get to do and have some fun, Peter's great. He does his marketing stuff, having some fun, and all the other pieces. Now he's going to do a couple million a month. Is that okay? So what do we look at? Where do we start? How do we get to where we want to go? We got to start with a corporation. The problem with the world today is people have corporations. They believe it's going to save their assets and protect them, and it's bullshit. Corporation's a legal person, public record right there, not to be legal advice or accounting. Now, here's the thing. Corporation's a legal what? Person. So when you look on the Secretary of State's website, you see the corp, you see you. When they sue the corp, they sue you. You're the duck and the sheep. If you get a corporation as a management company, you could have subsidiaries, but you're still a duck and a sheep. A division, you're not the duck and the sheep. That's why I designed it in 8586. As it says right there in chapter 18, may sue or be sued. So we have to understand, a corporation should only do 4 things. Now, these are all Ray's rules. Okay, my rules, the difference is it's up to you to listen, learn, and get there where you want to go. Everywhere you've hired somebody in the past, all right, you have basically heard blah, blah, blah. That person gives you their team or this and that, blah, blah, blah. Is someone holding your hand? They're giving you a list step by step, step by step. And if you screw up, say, oh shit, let's do it again. Let's fix it. See, that's just the truth. So understand, corporation, well, it should buffer tax. The way it's designed is the corporation receives money. It doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. Okay, so the corporation's not taxable until it's profitable. You getting money to you, you're taxed before you get your damn money. All right, you get the leftover. You're a duck and a sheep. Well, that sucks. So all of a sudden we look at the corporation, all right, get the corporate credit. Let's see, how much corporate credit would we like? Okay, I've been collecting this stuff since I was 9.5 years old. It's ridiculous. My first corp was Helping Hand, and I got 100,000 in the mail. I didn't ask for it, just came in the friggin' mail. So I've been gathering book after book after book after book. Hell, why not? It's the only thing you can write off. So why would we use our personal credit to do a business when it brings the pain home? When a corporation can finance it, doesn't show up on personal file, and if you have an oh shit day, you get rid of the piece. See, we all have oh shit days. All right, the car is fleet price. Why would you pay retail? But again, you stay at a hotel, you get a free buffet. So the corporation should only do 4 things. That's Ray's rules. That's all it should do, in my opinion. Okay, no matter when you hear all the blah, blah, blah on YouTube, Google, and tickety talk, you got a lot of bullshit out there. But again, I'll challenge them all. I'd like to do that in front of an open forum. Doesn't that be fun? Brain to brain. I'd like to take them all on. All right, divisions. I create a division process. Damn. Line of defense. You see, in martial arts, we have the defensive circle. All right, so what I got learned at being the janitor, basically the studio in Torrance. If anybody comes into the circle, back up and kill them, or love them and hug them. That's it. Well, it depends who you trust. They're cheap, damn. I replace them with me or a division again and again, and my name's not on it. Okay. Multiple functions. I got a client earlier I did some blueprinting for. He's talking. Now he's going to go talk to his attorney. What type of business should we have? What should we name it? I mean, this is the problem with stupid. The guy's highly intelligent, but this is the problem I have is stupid. When you name a corporation XYZ Construction, all you do is damn hook construction. He's going to name a corporate LLC, whatever he's got. He's going to name it wrong because this idiot attorney is going to tell him what he thinks. That attorney's not a billionaire, is he? Or $100 million, which I did, okay? I think listening to me would be a little bit more important than that ding-dong, but that's okay. So if we have a corporation XYZ, all right, management, have a construction division, another function. Oh, we have a retail store. We have a Wendy's. We have a storage unit. We have a laundromat. Hell, we got an apartment complex. A corporation, as I designed, is management. By the way, you'll notice most rich and famous people, even the banks I was consulting for 29 years, have management companies now. I wonder if they learned it from me. What do you think? Okay, I get to buy at wholesale price. Yeah, why would I want to pay retail for anything? That makes no damn sense. All right, how about multiple credit reports? You have credit reports for you. You jack them up. You don't understand that fluctuates all over the place, and it's a heartbeat, and you keep screwing it up. Corporations got the same thing, but then the division does too. So every division could have multiple credit files. See, when Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW and Experian, him and I wrote a book called File Segregation years ago. Hell, I didn't like it. It's an instant credit file. Hell no. Witness protection use CPNs for witness protection and basically government people. No, I don't like it. I like a division because it's filed correctly in the public's eye. And on top of that, I get a tax ID if I need one as well. I get another credit file. And the fun thing is when I sued the damn banks in 96, I got them to agree in the world the divisions are added to the same bank account. They wanted to charge fees. This is ridiculous stuff. So multiple credit reports. So if I get a card for the corporation, I can get one for every damn division. I think that can finance a bucket of money. See, don't we want buckets of money? Okay, real estate, hell, real estate is good and bad. I've had some shitty tenants. I had this famous Dodger player. He's making all that money, but he don't like to pay his rent on time. He's a jerk. He doesn't like to pay on time. I had to kick his ass out of the property. Damn, I need his rent money to pay the mortgage. All right, and the loan I got on the property. And this ding dong wants to be a jerk because he's got a famous player. Let me throw that ball at his nose, see if he likes it. See, the reality is, damn, you'll find some shitty people out there. So when it comes to real estate, you better have a line of defense. You got a separate liability because there's some shitty people. And unless you want to deal with shitty people, that's up to you. So if we don't understand the foundation, all right, we're trying to get to, this means a line of defense. Because when we have an oh shit day, we get rid of a piece, we keep the other pieces, and we go over here. You see, Bank of America is bankrupt 7,000 locations. Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, all these banks, grocery stores in cities. Hell, Walmart had to pay basically what, $45 million last month for doing stupid things too? What do we get to do to that piece? I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I can't save it under the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to bankrupt the shit out of it, throw it away. Why would you allow yourself to be you? Being you sucks. Sorry. Wouldn't you rather have a division of you instead? Oh, well, what can I say? What can I do besides help you? There's that rhyming stuff all the time. Corporate umbrella, tax ID, that follows tax ID. Oh, by the way, the tax ID creates credit reports too. So if we play the game, we can win, right? All right, so here's my dashboards. I did this in the 80s. In the 80s, working with Ken Yarborough, TRW, Spear, and all the goodies, I decided to set up a dashboard for myself. I wanted to set up instant credit reports, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Hell, why not? Instant. That's what I did. Now, Harold Stokes, my attorney, mentor, and all those pieces, I wish God didn't take him, but he did. Right? He wanted me in front of all the high schools, set rules and tools, and starting credit files. That was the goal. All right. So let's see. You see what it says? You have the option of providing SSN or SS4. See, a person, and the only form I can find the IRS ever created for banking and credit purposes is the SS4. So a person, a corporation, a division, or a subsidiary, I can register getting a tax ID or an SSN and credit reports immediately. Here's your problem. You started your credit file. You listen to your friends and family, get the cosigner, get the Sears card, get the security, do the blah, blah, blah dance. 3 years later, you maybe figure it out. And I'm going to tell you things you should have known all along in the first place, and no one told you the truth. It should set you free. But again, I can pick, and you only get one SSN, one files. TRW, Spear, and Treasure, Equifax. That's it, one set. One is a lonely number, and you brought the pain home. Well, that sucks. How about we understand, well, we have no intent to do fraud, that the S is for per entity. How many would you like? Wouldn't that be fun? So if we did a division of me and a corporation, we build $1 million of credit. Now in 92, I started to help the public and do this all the time. That was half the fun. Instant credit report. Whee! I like that. Okay. So if you set up a division, you can use a division of me to actually guarantee building, car, apartment complex, storage unit. See, here's our problem. Let's pretend we're going to get an apartment complex. That's a division. Shouldn't be the corp, because if the corp, they sue the corp, they still sue you. If the corp has division to the apartment complex, no problem. Who's going to guarantee the loan at the Chase Bank? You? Good for you. That's called stupid. How about we have a division of me? We guarantee the damn thing. In case we have no shit day. I'm sorry. I told you before, you got to plan the problem. If you don't plan the problem, you're a duck and a sheep. A division of me set up to be a guarantor for the building, the car, the apartment complex, the storage unit. I'm going to charge you $1,000, but that's another replacement of you. Is that okay? Now, office, $19.99. There you go. So it's always a Zelle for me. Now, let's understand. 6 of your banks bought Zelle July 6, 2022. Why did they do that? Because they want to shut down locations and branches. See, half the people going to the damn banks in line to make a deposit or get money to put in another account. Why don't we just Zelle it back and forth and save all that money for all those locations? That's why they bankrupt thousands of locations. Okay, I get a tax ID in my system for you and your corporate division. I'm going to get you credit reports set up right away. Spear, China, and Equifax. Then I'm going to go after corporate credit. Whee! And then on top of that, all right, we can line you up to get some checkbook money at the banks as well. 50 to 150,000 of credit. Okay. Now, here's the thing you got to understand. Your problem is you. I'm sorry, being you sucks. Okay? You hurt yourself all the time. Ow! Now, understand. Line 1 is very simple here. When I was 9.5 years old, I explained to Ted Turner how to use the SS4 because they wondered how I got all that credit. So I explained there's 26 ways using SS4. Legal name of entity. See right in front of you? Legal name of entity. So my argument with Ken Yarborough about file segregation is if I create an entity, I get a tax ID. His file segregation shit is a made-up number. I don't like made-up numbers. Well, I don't care what you're allowed to do. I want legal name of entity. Entity allows me to create it. All right, get a tax ID from the IRS. The only form that it says banking and credit purposes anyway. You see where it says or individual person? Or individual what person? So if the bank and grocery stores file bankruptcy in locations under the Federal Protection Act public record, they bankrupt the piece of the debt and they keep all the assets. Did you know you had the same chance for you? You blew it. Why didn't you put your name on one of these suckers and get a Spear, China, and Equifax? Oh, well, what can I say? What can I do? Okay. So if we play this game the right way, we're going to dissect the form now. I love people. It's great. They call the office and the call center. I don't have a corp. I got an LLC. That sounds stupid, sir. You paid $5,000 for an LLC. By the way, an LLC is a corporation, dummy. I mean, they don't learn anything. They spend money listening to a bunch of dummies. Sorry. See, this says banking and credit purposes. You see right there? Banking and what? Credit purposes per entity. Per what? Entity. So if somebody's got shitty credit, as they rebuild this, why don't they have a division of me to build that up faster? Just like Thomas, I didn't have to rebuild anything. I just had to start from 0 to hero. So again, simultaneously, division of me would make sense. I don't own anything. I don't guarantee anything. I take a division of me and I guarantee everything. Because if I have an old shit day, I don't have to bring the pain to my family. See, I had a problem. When you're using abuse as an orphan out of a trash can, nobody gives a shit about you. No one paid attention. Where's your mommy and daddy? I never heard that on the pier. I was on this boy, clean out the chum bucket. Boy, take out the trash. So guess what? When you're creating a Spear and China and Equifax cash reports, all right, being you sometimes sucks because everybody wants to give you shit. I don't like that. So what do you got to do? Division of me. Now let's understand. Today, if you looked at basically Beach Boulevard, that's all, folks. Beach Boulevard in Lamson. I started Masashi Martial Arts Supply right there 40 years ago. It's still there. The Momo Home Park behind that too. How about the shopping centers with the Shakey's, 31 flavors? All right, we got what? Oh, the donut store. Forget. How about the Subway? How about the building? How about the pieces? So if we have a management company, we can have all kinds of pieces in multiple functions. Multiple what? If I have an oh shit day on a location, what do I have to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here. See, what you have to do is actually get rid of the bad pieces and keep the good pieces. You allowed yourself to be one, and that's a lonely number. That's why you keep bringing the pain home. I'm sorry, but you did it to yourself, falling ducks and sheep. Now, if you have a bad tenant, what's going to happen? Bad tenants are out there. They suck. During the pandemic, they don't want to pay their rent. I proved 80% of them had a friggin' job. Kick them out. Pay the rent. Section 8's got money all the time. So what do we get to do? Okay. Every division is entitled to cash, credit, and supply credit. Cash, credit, and supply credit. Every division. So if we line this up correctly as a corporation, as a management company, and we have a division, all right, we're creating a line of defense. A line of what? Defense. You got to be on the defense because there's always some shitty person trying to take it away. I'm sorry, you always have an oh shit day. Okay, that's just the way it works. So I wrote down years ago for me in resolutions, I have no intent to do fraud, but I basically will have sacrificed my division, not the corp, and my family. I promised if I got married, I wouldn't bring the pain home. I mean, why would anybody bring the pain home when you don't have to? So I wrote Winning the Game of Business 46 years ago, having fun. So what do we get to do? We get to win. Isn't the goal to win? So who guarantees this stuff? You keep guaranteeing from you. Why don't you knock that off? Why don't you get a division of you to guarantee getting a credit card, a franchise, how about a house? But it means you got two divisions. Understand? There's a difference between a division and subdivision. There's a division, getting the goodie, and guaranteeing. Okay, so again, you have to position. It's confusing as hell. I want it easy. Doesn't everybody? But the reality is it doesn't work that way. So if we do this correctly, and I don't want to be a duck or a sheep, I take a corporation with division process, which I invented in 85, 86. Okay, my ducks are in a row. I build a corporate umbrella. Whee! So that means if I get a corporation, the focus should be $100,000 credit. Well, these are unlimited suckers. These are 100,000. Which way do you want? So either one that I get, what do I get to do? I get to multiply it by a division. Now let's understand. Let's kind of make it simple. You can have an authorized user card from somebody else, or they can give them an authorized user, correct? Which is in the way it kind of screwed up personal. But a corporation can get a division card, all right, authorized user card. So if I get one of these here under the Fair Lending Act, that means I can build one for every division. Would that be more important? If I'm going to go get a business, I better have the money to get the honey. No money, no honey. So the reality is honey could be the apartment complex or something else. It takes money to accomplish the goal. You're not winning the damn lottery. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You're not getting a raise big enough to do this. The only way to get where you want to go is to finance it and write it all off at the same damn time. And that's what I did. Okay. All right. The credit came in the damn mail. So let's understand. You can have the divisions of me to guarantee. You can have a division of you making credit. You can go after pieces as well. So the goal is, what is the possibility, all right, for you never to bring the pain home again? You've already brought it home to yourself 10 times already in your lifetime. 10. Strike 10, you're out. Some of you get tired of all the BS. All right, so you have to understand repackaging and never bring the pain home. Is it easy? Hell no. I'm sorry, most CPAs and attorneys, it's like the attorneys practicing law is trying to get it right. I had a great client. He passed away, God rest his soul. His wife gets basically the duplex. It's in the year of irrevocable trust. I have it all set up. All right, he made a mistake. He says, I'm going to make sure my wife has an allowance when I'm dead. You should never use the word allowance with a woman, ever. Okay, honey, I'm going to provide you the income you need to enjoy your life if I ever die. So you don't kill me first, okay? So again, how you talk to a woman matters. Why? Because that's why I wrote a book called Bite Your Tongue, Live Longer. Okay, you don't want to step into it. See, men sometimes are just stupid. Okay, we're just the way we are. So she had a duplex. This ding-dong attorney took it out of that, all right, the irrevocable trust, and put it in LLC. What the hell? An LLC has membership certificates. It says owner of membership certificate. Owner. You're the director. You're the managing director. You're a manager. You're self-directed, whatever you want to do. But if they sue an LLC, they put that person in the deposition and they're the deck of the sheep. I had it set up. He screwed it all up. He had two other complaints. I said, she's going to be number 3. You're going to lose your bar. Your bar number. You're not going to practice law for a couple of years because you're an idiot. And I wasn't very nice to him. Sorry. I need to get her money back. Now, let's understand. Okay? What do we have here? We have a duplex. How many liabilities do we have? How many liabilities do you have? You have 3. You're going to think 1. The answer is no. Okay, you have the bank. You have a mortgage with. You have 2 tenants, A and B. That's 2 liabilities. And if you have an old shit day, what happens? One sues you and screws you up. If we do it my way, it's a little different. Now, we quickly need the duplex into the division. Right there. Here it is, right there. The loan basically as, let's say Chase Bank. All right. So here's Chase Bank. I'm counting on these 2 people to pay their rent, come in on the 1st, and on the 5th, we have the mortgage paid. We get the difference and we want to save up value. The problem with most people, they want to lease it out, rent it out, and they want to wait till the value goes up on the property. Eventually, they're going to sell it and get a pot of money, which are going to set themselves up for gains tax and some stupid stuff anyway, which I don't understand what they're really doing. My way is I'm going to take that duplex, all right, in the division. All right, got 1 loan, no problem. I'm going to get 2 what? Subdivisions. Here's the division, subdivisions. Now, why? If unit A slips, falls, and sues and screws her up, she's a duck and a sheep. All right, if unit B does, a separate liability. That means we can disconnect, I say incorporate the piece and put it over here. Now, it has equity. Here's the problem with people. They let equity sit, it's kind of stupid. Why don't we do an assignment, deed of trust assignment of rents, and take the equity, put it to the corporation? Why don't we turn that into a note and get some more money? You get 10 more. You're gonna wait till it goes up, gets value? This is ridiculous. So every duplex should have 3 divisions, and we gotta understand how we can even split deed the sucker. See, if you're gonna get to that 100,000 a month, you better get ready to run and have some fun. But that's up to you. A house needs 1, a duplex needs 3, fourplex needs 5. See, it's like Danny here. Danny screwed up. Danny and I got into a position. I got him lined up. He's in my millionaire group at 6 in the morning and sometimes in the 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturdays. All right, we want to. Now, the average apartment complex that I'm going to target is about 64 units, okay? 64. Now, why? Because I'm going to turn that into the bank, and that one complex is going to give me over 100,000 a month, just for the fun of it. So all of a sudden, we have the complex. Understand? 64 units. We have to get him enough blueprint money, got him 2 as a down payment, no problem. So he has to realize he needs how many divisions and subdivisions. See, foundation is the setup of everything. Problem is, Danny's screwing up. He's listening half-ass. I get clients that listen half-ass. They get a corp, they get the credit, they get the rebuild, they get some credit, and they go away, and they come back with their tails between the legs, and I screwed up again. They don't finish the foundation. They don't do what I told them to do in the first place. So Danny's screw up is simple. 64 units. How many divisions do I need? Okay, how many? I need 66. I need 1 division to receive the apartment complex. I need 1 division to me to guarantee the apartment complex. I need 64 subdivisions for basically 64 leases to separate liability. Problem is, Danny screwed up. He said he had it handled. I asked him a dozen times. Sometimes clients lie just a little bit. Well, get it later. He won't notice. Well, the reality is Unit 36 filed a lawsuit within 3 months. Oh, shit. Now, this lady, she broke her toe coming out of the bathtub. That's her excuse. That's the report. Insurance says a toe broken is worth $5,000. They offer to settle it. No, I want $50,000. So if it was a division, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, put it over here, isolate it, can't just take the settlement or just bankrupt you. That's called business. So Danny screwed up. So remember, if we don't have our foundation and you don't plan the problem, you're going to get your assets kicked all the time. Does that make sense? How many times have you got your assets kicked over the years? Come on. You've been doing the up and down show with your personal credit your whole life because no one gave you rules and tools, the truth. So let's understand how we play the game. Now, we're not done there because I want to do one thing. I want to go to every tenant and I want to do assignment of mortgage. Assignment of what? I'm going to see if the city will let me split deed all these. If they want assignment of mortgage, the unit 100 wants to buy it, unit 110, all right, 13, 14, whatever. They don't have the money. I'm going to allow them to put a down payment. I'm going to carry a second, let them homestead it. I'm going to homestead it, UCC1 homestead blocker. I'm going to turn everything into notes, okay, notes. So I want to become the bank. Don't you want to become the bank? So if we did this correctly, divisions should be aging with your corporation. You should have more divisions because a lot of times we put them on sale and they're practically almost nothing. Get 50 of them, get them whatever. But again, that's the ability to purchase something. To purchase something, and that's the ultimate goal. But again, your foundation is the key, right? I'm always going to talk about foundation. So again, if I have 9 divisions, I need 9 divisions. I take a $100,000 card for the corp and I get 9 more, there's $1 million. And then I want 9 subdivisions. So that means 18. If I have 18 divisions, I'm probably going to need 36. That'll be the setup for the storage unit. If I'm going to get into the business of a storage unit, I'm going to have 36 divisions because I'm going to need it. Without the foundation, you're guessing. If I'm going to do an apartment complex, I need 72. So these are the division process. Again, that's where you set up positioning, foundation to go get the goodie. Okay? So the ultimate goal is like how I designed it years ago. A corporation, a division. A division gets 3, 2, and 1 more. That's 16. Each division, we're going to focus on 100,000 of credit. Okay? And across the board. Eventually, if you do the 10 cards that I want you to do, or let me do it for you, that'll be $1 million per entity. That would become $16 million of credit. All right, see, your problem is you think about getting a little bit. We focus on 10,000, 100,000 a month, and then division and structure. Parent company gets 100. 100 decides to have 101 A, B, and C. And we do the subdivisions. I want to make sure I understand. A division is a legal person, just like a corporation is, just like I am, but it's basically, again, not here to be CPA and attorney. All right, got to give my little disclaimer there. The ability to disconnect a piece. So you're not responsible for someone else's credit, are you? You disconnect from each other. Unless you had joint accounts, and that'd be kind of stupid. So if we do this correctly, we can make sure we build a matrix and we can dissect the pieces, make sure. So divisions gave me the ability, when I created and invented division process, I just didn't want to pay franchise tax fee. That's why I did it in the first place, back in the 80s. But again, then it came of its own life. So the division came with its own life. Damn, it's like buckets of money. I created a book, and I call it buckets of money because every entity. My biggest problem in the 80s is I have all this credit. At one time, we had $53 million of credit card. Damn, it's nuts. Okay, why not? Build as much as you can. They wanted to shrink my limits, and I didn't accept that. They're shrinking my limits because I'm not using enough. I'm not balancing the score, okay, and I know the rules and tools, which I helped set up in the first place. So if the corporation gets 100,000, why don't I loan it out? I researched, I found C191D. I took 9 divisions. I did it again, okay, and I loaned it out. What am I creating here? If I can loan out corporate credit, which I can max out, doesn't show up on personal credit file, it keeps the credit alive, they keep growing the credit. The more I use it, not abuse it, they'll keep giving more limits. And that's what they did. So the ultimate thing was very simple. Each entity got to the point I got 43,000 a month. Then I basically told them I'm done. I got 41 divisions. It took me 18 months. It was a pain in the butt. but I got shut down. I got yelled at, screamed at, whatever. I fought through the pain because I don't want to lose the credit. It's simple. I wanted to keep it now. So when we look at pieces like this, rules and tools, what is our goal? I got to the point that I had 190,000 a month. I used 4.6 million of the credit cards. Now, the weird thing is the assets behind that. The assets behind it, because it had notes, was $1.1 billion. That's right. Equities, UCC1, chattel mortgage, all right, and basically homestead blockers. Turn it into notes. That's $1.1 billion. We play again, 98. Okay. So I turned around and I did this, and I had to get another one. I had up to 53 million of credit cards. So my next one was 16 million. Okay, I'm trying to save the credit. And this got 661,000 a month. And that was to go to position it right. Now that took 33 months. Again, what am I looking to do? So I created a way years ago. What I put in my original series for winning the game of business was cash flow fee per time. I was creating cash flow off the credit cards that could free up my time and get money to come in. You see, credit is a tool. What do the banks do? They borrow from the feds times 10 and loan back 5 to you. Wouldn't you like to be the damn bank? Divisions are simple. Divisions, I have to add history to it. I have to set up a credit file, Experian, Treasurer, and Equifax. So I have to add about 2,000 of history on my dashboard. Now, I don't need a tax ID yet until after I daisy chain credit. What am I building? Tax ID builds credit file. Tax ID builds credit file, and I build the credit. Tax ID also is the only thing you can bankrupt, or your SSM. So if we look at the division process, off is going to sell them to $4.99, 3 for $14.97. No problem. Me, I'm going to give you 3 for $9.99, 9 for $24.99. Okay, I'm going to give you a little discount if it's done during a broadcast with me. It's a Zell, and it's a now thing. There's your now. There's your Zell. Okay. Now, what is our goal? Buckets of money. Okay, you got to start thinking differently than anybody ever taught you. Buckets of money. The only thing getting your way will be you. We can create buckets of money. That way you can finance a business. Now, I had a problem in 2009. All right, beautiful wife. She's my rock. She's everything. She's my world. Okay, she wanted to take one of my 3 yachts in the backyard and watch the fireworks to a group of people. That's great, honey, no problem. How many people? Oh, the middle yacht, that'll work, no problem. We go have a great time. What's the fireworks? Next day, I'm in a damn coma. I'm in a coma. Are you kidding me? Okay, I get to die. I got to come back. It's like, damn. During the coma, I'm hearing my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA, power of attorney. Okay, I hear the nurse ask if I'm a donor. They're going to take my heart, take it away. But I got to come back. Now, let's understand. I come back. I have an oxygen tank for 6 months walking around like I'm 150 years old. Okay, that's how it felt like, okay? I can't breathe. The oxygen in my blood wasn't good enough, okay? No problem. So I want you to write down 3 divisions of me and 5 closets. Now, this would be another shit day for me. Oh, shit. What am I going to do? So what did I do? Honey, we went to our Huntington Beach house. Found it's not our house. She had the police, the Coast Guard, and all the people would tell me to leave my own house because I paid cash for it. It's not my house anymore. So the vision I had in that coma was actually real. Honey, drive us over to Mark's place. Mark's family owns Jewelry Mark off the 57 freeway. No problem. Okay, actually 55 freeway. All right, so we go over there. Honey, I'll be right back. Okay, she didn't know what I'm going to do. I go in there, I sell my wedding ring, my Rolex, my Nexus bracelet. I got $16,400. Come back in the car with my little oxygen tank. Honey, where's your watch? Where's your ring? Honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I'll do it today. I will lie to my wife to protect her anytime. Period. She knows I will do that. Okay, she's feeling bad enough what she did. All right, about the POA and all that crap. Well, am I going to make her feel worse? No, hell no. So I sold it. Now, here's my thing. I'm afraid to be broke. It scares the shit out of me. I don't want to go back to eat out of a trash can like I had to do as a kid. That scares me too. So what I have is I have 3 divisions of me. They give me 3 chances to try. As long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, I must be dead. 5 closet divisions. Now I picked the number 8 because every race car, race motorcycle, and boat I have the number 8 on. I was born on the 8. 8 and 0 go to infinity and beyond. I built $1 million of credit in 6 friggin' weeks. Okay? Why would I stay down? Why do you stay down? I bought my wife her next dream house. Why do people stay down? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? There's no reason to stay down. You should have divisions of you in the first place. So I didn't have to wait around to rebuild me like most people have to. So that SS4, person, corp, division, subsidiary. Okay, so what do we get to do? Division of me. So let's understand, in the Lamborghini Ferrari collection, this is the Lamborghini, costs $1 million. Here's the key, okay? The payment is $6,800 a month. How much? $6,800 a month, just for the damn car. Not counting insurance and all the goodies. Okay, so here's shopping centers, apartment, all the goodies out here, and I buy this Lamborghini in a division. I guarantee a division of me. If I can't afford to pay it or something gets screwed up, I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to keep all my other pieces. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in your face, and you never learn how to play. Shame on you. Spank yourself. It's ridiculous. Why didn't you learn to play? But again, what do I get to do if I can't save it? Bankrupt the hell out of it. You give her the bad piece. It's like anytime you sign a lease of a building. Do you sign the lease as you or division of you? Is the building in the corporation or division? You see what the difference is? Every property is a division. Oh, under the SS4, all the money you receive is taxable when you're profitable. You're not profitable, you're not taxable. Okay, same, simple. And credit, I can daisy chain cards into more cards. So if I'm not winning the lottery, getting a hell of a raise, why don't I build a bunch of damn cash credit? Would that make more sense? So the goal is division of me for each item as well. Okay. So when you set up a division, you got to realize division of you could be because you're rebuilding your credit over here to build credit. A division of me under a what corporation this way, it says I want to guarantee a building, a car, apartment complex, or storage unit. They're both kind of set up the same way, but what is the goal of each one? Do I want to rebuild credit as I rebuild this, have a division of credit, or do I want a division to guarantee pieces? A division of me is always $1,000. Okay, office is always $19.99. Okay, I got to set up tax ID, set it up correctly, sign it, you get it filed, done. Add it to the same bank too if you want to. See, a division of me can get that lottery ticket. I like that. It's always for me, it's out. So office $19.99 tomorrow, $9.99 tonight. How many would you like? See, everything you do has to be foundation based. Your problem is still going to be you. You go to the car dealership. What did you do? You got sweated for 5 hours. They flipped a coin, who's going to get you? And then the sales team. All right, there's who's next. They get you in the showroom. They sweat you. Then the manager comes over and sweat you again. Then all of a sudden you think you got a deal. And what do? They give you the finance person. And then they sweat you again. See, all you had to do is do it right. It's like when you sign that paper, it says that this allows one inquiry. A car should be fleet price tax ID division. It's not the fact you're going to write off the damn car, because that's obvious you're going to. What the problem is, the registered owner. In every bumpity bump in a lawsuit, they sue the registered owner, which is you. That makes you a duck and a sheep. Everything you do has to be done a different way, so I want to reprogram you in every step you do. I don't like you doing it your way. 1989. I don't like the map of the stars. I'm really against it. I tried to lobby years ago to get rid of it. Nobody should know where somebody lives. Rebecca, she was on Mork and Mindy. I met her through Robin. She was on Sam, Sister Sam as well. The DMV sold her driver's license and the man murdered her at the front door. I've had 2 clients murdered at their front door because of the damn DMV. I think it sucks, so God rest their soul. They came up with the Schaefer bill. Okay, so let's understand today is pretty simple. I want you to protect you and your family. I didn't have a family as a kid. I got to live in hell and I didn't like it. So I want you driver's license, insurance, registration, P.O. Box, mail, and address. I want you to stop bringing the pain home to your family. I would cherish one. I never had a Christmas and a birthday until I got married. I never had one ever. Okay, got married, got one, and now I feel guilty when my wife does something for me. So DMV dot whatever state you're in .gov. Start changing some things today. The next time you get pulled over by the police officer or in a bumpity bump, your problem is you. Driver's license, insurance, registration. See, I want you to use P.O. Box, mail, and address because you have the Privacy Act. Let's protect your life. Let's protect your family. Now, Mary's like you. Mary came to me after she screwed it all up. 80% of the clients do. Mary, she hires an attorney, gives him $10,000 for a retainer. She's going to start a restaurant. She's a VP for Apple, making $250,000 a year. So the attorney gets her his 10 grand. He's going to look at the lease and get a couple options. Oh, goody. 5,000 to the CPA. Oh, goody for that too. Now, Mary's problem is she doesn't understand what she's doing. She's highly educated. So are you. You're all smart. But that's why you do stupid all the time. See, you don't have all the pieces that God gave me all over the place. I do. Mary jacks up her credit, uses $98,000. She has an 800 score. Drops the score, stuck, can't get any more. Calls the attorney and CPA. What did I do? What's the response? They have no idea. They have no idea what the hell Mary did to herself. Now, the restaurant didn't work. It went bankrupt. Who bankrupt? Her. What'd she lose? Her home. What did her husband do 3 weeks later? He divorced her. I didn't sign up for that, Mary. I love you, but no, you lost our home. All right. Why didn't you talk to Ray Reynolds, as he told her after the fact? Well, after the fact didn't do any good. So again, she came to me. I had to rebuild her. If you're going to take a chance and roll the dice, should it be you, corporate division? Should it be you, corporate division? Make a decision. Okay. Should you ever bring the pain home? No. Why do people do it? Their lack of knowledge. So if I make you a money-making machine, what is their goal? Okay, people get stuck. I get Gary 85,000 in credit. He sits there going, what's it? Okay, I get Danny the same thing. He finally pulls the trigger. We do that apartment complex, and he still screws up a little. Bill 75,000. Okay, Carrie got 210. Then she got into bridge loans as well. So if you're going to realize one thing, when you get checkbook money, this is going and running. That bill's due in 45 days. You better bridge loan that sucker, or you better basically be in escrow, because you're eating up the money. That's not what you're supposed to do. It's like when we have a bad debt or problem. We can build $100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor credit and still have bad credit. So what do we get to do? Simple. So OPM money, Dun and Bradstreet. So if we took supply, now take a picture of this. This is supply and vendor credit. Okay. All right. I've gotten clients 30,000 at Best Buy, Office Depot, Office Max, whatever. Okay. So your supply can basically turn around, turn it into cash credit. This means we can learn to balance our debt. See, these credit repair flaky companies, we can remove everything. Well, that's BS. A collection account is going to hit you again and again. It's not charged off. You might have to negotiate a debt or two. All right. You're going to have to kill the debt. There's 5 ways to kill the debt. So if we got supply credit, could you actually use it to balance your debt? Billy got 51,000. So then we sell on Amazon and eBay or something, right? It's like you want to do real estate. That's great. I want to do real estate, Ray. Well, which tenant is going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? Which one? I don't have a crystal ball. I can't figure which one out. So if the division process, whichever one screws up, I get rid of the piece. Should we not have foundation status? So your house payment offsets your taxes. You watched Amazon, all right, do $10 billion and didn't pay any corporate tax. Now they're doing trillions. See, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. And that's the goal about being a certified CFO. Now, if I build you here, I only like 10 cards. I'm going to be honest with you. I only like 10. The rest I think suck. I build you here. I want to get a Capital One Spark, green. Unlimited 100,000, the two sisters for 30. That's 160 times 9. 160 times 9, is that going to be $1 million? B of A times 9, is that $1 million? Wells Fargo times 9, is that $1 million? Oh, all of a sudden I got, Chase, $1 million? How about gold? So if I position this correctly and I build my foundation, then I'm going to go to the bank. This can be up to $5 million. I go to the bank because I want to get some checkbook money. Here's Bank of America. They call it even a bridge loan. As long as the 2-year corp and all the pieces. Now, I'm going to make sure it's unsecured, line of credit for 150. These are my 5 favorite ones, okay? If I position for like Navy and everything else. This can be $5.4 million of checkbook money. And since you have divisions, you can project 1 million in sales. If you have, all right, divisions, and you put a business plan to project 1 million in sales. Okay, that's called a paper trail. Credit, loan, and money. Credit, I can loan out to make money. What I put in my original series years ago, winning the game of business. Corporation, all right, just do business. It creates a line of defense, division for franchise, division for apartment complex. What am I creating? Auto income. The goal is not to be rich. The goal is let's get 10,000 a month. Let's get 100,000 a month, which is only $1.2 million per year, and let's build it up from there. And each division replace itself. If you wanted 25,000 of credit to my system, the office is going to charge you 10%. So the reality is just $24.99. So what happens is now you're going to get 10 times your money that you invest. 2,500 bucks, 25,000. You want 50, all right, it's going to cost you 5,000. They give you 10 times your investment. My goal is always to give somebody up to 10 times their money back what they invest. 100,000 is going to cost you $9,000. Okay, 10,000 bucks, 10 times your money. On these tonight, you get a 50% discount if it was Zelle only. If it's not Zelle, then you just call the office and pay the normal price. There's your Zelle. Simple. I like Zelle. So if we're looking at anything else, you don't have your time. Your day started the same way it did yesterday. You have the same routine. People are always routine. All right, you get at the same time, you brush your teeth, you do this, you do that, and that's it. I'm up every day at 2:25, ever since I was a little boy being used and abused. All right, first thing I drop to my knees, say thank you, Jesus, for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. From there, I go look in the mirror. I've been doing the mirror test for me since I was a little boy, because the first time I looked in the mirror, I was crying my eyes out. I realized I had to get up earlier before the abuser could get me. So I get my private time. You don't get your private time. You're running too fast. Slow it down. Get up an hour earlier tomorrow. Let's get some auto income. Let's get to the point you're a money-making machine. Now, again, these are the ones I like. I don't like anything else besides these. I'm going to go get my 10 I like, but my storage unit is my number 1. Apartment complex is number 2. But I like all these goodies as well. So I'd like someone to drive you around your city. I believe you drive around like you have tunnel vision. If someone drives you in the passenger side, look around you, all these things, and ask yourself a question. Why don't you own these? Why don't you own these? What's wrong with you? You're not listening or something? Someone owns them. Why don't you? See, the goal is to see it, believe, and go get it. Okay, you have to believe because you'll receive. God gave us the rules and tools. He gave me to help you if you pay attention. So it's like my coaching programs are simple. Coaching. All right, basically we look at offers and things we want to give people all the time. The blueprint call. I want to put somebody on the phone with me, husband and wife at the same time. Past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly, corporation, family, divisions, irrevocable trust, car, house, auto income, cash flow, fee per time. Now, I always want husband and wife or partner life in that phone call. You see, I know one thing as a guy. If I do something new, my wife gives me the look. It better work, I'll kill you look. Every man knows that look. So let's be side of the same program. Let's look at both. I have couples that actually we turn this into like a routine and a race, and it's fun. And they get to enjoy that as well. Now, a blueprint call with me is an hour. It's $9.99. Simple. I like boring businesses. I'm going to always pick something boring. If I take $40,000 off of a car, all right, and I have a division and a subdivision, I'm going for a laundromat or a dry cleaner. That's what I'm going for. 40,000 bucks. What am I looking for? 3,000 to 10,000 a month. If I spend $100,000, all right, I'm going to look at something else as well. Structure is important. It's 10 to 45,000. Okay, 250. That's up to 75,000 a month. So again, foundation. How do we get all these pieces? So I'm going to pick something I call boring. When you go to the expo, I believe you're going to the expo, you're stuck. Which one do I pick? You know, you don't know what to pick yet. Why don't we do something different? I like the fact I want to own it, but I don't want to run it. That's always been my goal. I want to own it, but not run it. I want it to be managed by a third party. I want to keep my time freed up. So I wrote Free Up Your Time, Cash Flow Free Up Your Time years ago. In my book, page 6, paragraph 3. So if you're in a 6 weeks coaching program with me, you're getting your feet wet. That means for 6 weeks, you're playing with me. I'm going to basically do a blueprint call within that 6 weeks. All right, I'm going to make sure you get 25,000 of cash credit. From there, I'm going to basically expedite to wrap it in 6 weeks. push your score as high as it can go. From there, I'm going to put you in all my classes on Saturday, level 1, 2, 3 in specialty. All right, and that's the ultimate goal. Like this Saturday, it's nonprofit class. I have 8 of them in rotation. It's normally about $12,000. If you did it through me tonight, you get it for $4,999. So you save 0.5%, half off of it, almost more than that. It's a sell, sell, sell. Now here's the thing. Well, $5,000, Ray, I don't have that today. Are you willing to lock it in? You sell $1,000. Now you work those payments during that 6 weeks. See, I want you to take away your excuses. When you don't pull the trigger, you don't do something, you forget, and then you let it pass you by. That's opportunity. Now, real estate, franchise, storage units. That's what I'm going to focus on. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So if we're looking at this, like in the 3 months, get you lined up for the pieces. 6 months, you should have your first location. 12 months, you should have multiple locations as long as you follow through. We're going to take the IRS website, says 5 million below a small company. Remember, $100,000 a month is only $1.2 million. What I just said is right in front of you. Okay, so let's understand. This is where coaching goes in, and I will help you get through the escrow. I'll help and get the keys to whatever location you want. We're going to fight the battle together. You're going to learn what needs to be done. Now, 30% of the clients do that. 70%, Ray, would you just do it for me? So I got to have a program for that side as well. I'll do all the work for you. So what is our goal? 10,000 to 100,000 a month. See, you got to stop having these reruns. That's what you do. You have reruns all the time. If you don't take the chance to step up to the plate, you're not going to win. And the reality is, so many times you've been, ripped off or whatever happened. Here you're stuck with me every step of the way, from beginning, middle to the end. And that's the goal. Usually right now we have only 30 I can do coaching because I can only do 6 calls a day. There's my schedule. Okay. There's only a couple openings anyway. I have 4 people now doing analyzation full time, and in all classes. You analyze every 7 days. Okay. Weekly calls. Okay. Rapid refresh. So what are we going to do? We're going to get you in the process to rebuild you. At the same time, we're going to position in the coaching process step by step. Projections. We're going to work on limits and asks. Like today, I went through 3 people, went to their logins for their credit cards, and we will look for increasing limits, that inquiry base. Out of the 3 people, 2 got increased, 1 has to wait 14 days. Phone calls with creditors, I did that today as well. Daisy chain process of credit. Increasing limits all the time. Opening what I call opening the gap. So if we do this correctly, let's understand. All right, here's the ability. You can take away any excuse you have. It's a $1,000 commitment. That's it. The average person wastes $50 every other day, which is over $1,000 a month. They kind of piss away. So we have $1,000 down, and you did the 3 months coaching. What you do during that 3 months is you just work out the payments. That's it. Weekly, bi-weekly, whatever you want to do. This is also going to get you $100,000 in cash credit. If you got into the 6 months, it's $1,000 down. Total's $15,000. Work out the payments during the 6 months. You're getting $150,000 in credit anyway. Sometimes people use the credit I build in to pay for the coaching, and that happens a lot of the times. So here all of a sudden we want 12 months because we plan on multiple units, $1,000 down, normally $30,000. So then you work out the the coaching and you work out the payments during the 12 months. What it does is it takes away excuses. If you're going to waste $1,000 a month anyway, why don't you invest it in you and get these things with me? Okay, that's what it is. It's an investment for you. But again, then I get that 30%. Ray, I want more. Okay, so there are some people that want more now. I look at every one of you, so getting towards that $1 million dream. And then, like I said, we want to go to the 5 to 10 million. And that's the goal. Then you get into different type of workshops with me. But as we look at this, the main thing is to understand, all right, auto income. What is our goal? 10,000, 100,000 a month. That should be your goal forever. Okay, and then we build it up and away. I have a team that actually helps me do this for me, and they look at locations and all kinds of pieces already, and they line them up. So let's say this. If all of a sudden I got you a Wells Fargo 100,000 line of credit, okay, and the bill's going to be due in 45 days, if you're not in an escrow, you better bridge loan it. That means the corporation can loan out some money. I look at 5,000, the bill is less than $130 a month, okay? I use my American Express 5,000, my payment's $50 a month, okay? I never want to take a personal card past 29%. All corporate cards usually don't show up on credit files, personal files. So I'd rather use the corporate credit. If we look at a bridge loan, now there's always hidden fees and everything. So I look at, okay, my 4 brokers I've been working with for over 30 years. They charge flat out $2,000 one time. That's it. You take $5,000 off of a card, you put it in a bucket of money. Minus the payment, you're going to receive between $809 to $900 a month, okay? Once it gets locked in. So that's $800 to $900 a month, and what do you got? That's for 12 months. You almost doubled your money. Okay, that's why people sometimes use a card to do that as well. I've had clients that are laid off. One lady had $30,000. She got laid off. She put $10,000 in a bucket of money. Okay, what did she get? All right, she's getting between $1,100 to $1,300 a month. Okay, income off the money for 15 months. So all of a sudden she got an income because she was afraid she's just going to lose all the money and pay all the bills. Why don't we use the borrow money to pay the bills? $25,000. By the time you're done, it's between about $1,800 to about $2,100 a month when it gets locked in. That's usually for 24 months. Okay, that's almost doubling the money. So take a picture of this right now and you understand about bridge loaning something as well. Okay, all of a sudden you turn around and you want to do something, and you get basically checkbook money. Remember, that clock's ticking. All right, also people take credit cards and do this as well. So again, how do we create auto income? It's one of the reasons I put in my series, first one, Winning the Game of Business 46 years ago, cash flow for you per time. I turned cash flow to free up my time. That's what I wanted to do. So divisions allow me to do what? Buckets of money. My divisions allowed my first matrix to be $4.6 million. All right, I don't want to shrink my credit cards. I wanted to build more. I wanted them in for every location I get, every piece of property. I just wanted to make money off the money. I want to be the damn bank. Don't you want to be the bank? That's what it made sense to me. Now, it took me 18 months and 41 divisions to do auto income. That's in 98, by the way. So auto income, 100,000 a month, we start somewhere, 10 to up to 100,000, if not more. So I'm going to focus on this. These make sense to me. I wrote books on every type of these businesses anyway. Okay, even my payphone, I wrote a book on that as well. So what is our goal? We can do the work for you if you want, but that's up to you as well. All right, certain things like this, take pictures of certain offers you see tonight. They're good tonight only anyway. At the end of the night, the camera will delete them anyway, as it's supposed to. Here's an apartment complex. Okay, let's say that's our target. And I'm looking at a lot of apartment complexes in all 50 states and storage units all the time. All right, they want $3 million. They want 10% down. Well, let's turn around and let's basically take the money off lines of credit. Borrow money, okay? Now, we have this new loan at the bank. We have the leftover. We now have $13,452. Now, this is the problem with most people like you. Sorry, you think you're done. You're going to go, oh, look what we did, honey. Oh, goody, goody, goody. And all of a sudden, you get shit hits the fan and you lose it all. One of those tenants sue you, slip and fall. Now you're a duck and a sheep. See, you're not done. The problem is I'm going to tell you you're not done. I want you to take each unit and I want you to become the bank and split deed them. The bank doesn't get sued. They get to sue when they don't get paid. If you reverse the liability, you get to win. Now, that income now has changed from $13,000 a month to $76,800 for 30 years. Should we become the bank? So it's like my clients. Some of the customers, they got their apartment complexes. Recently, 6 have got their storage units. We line these up. The goal is simple. See, let's understand Freddie Mac. Right now, all right, they're going to give you up to about 90%, all right, of financing. Here's what happens. I get 98% for some reason, 98%. I get the seller to basically push back too. Now, I can get $100,000 of repair money per 20 people. If I got 60 units, that's $300,000 to redo any remodeling. All right, it's almost free by the time I'm done playing it. That takes divisions and subdivisions. Would that make sense? Then I want to contact every one of those tenants. Would you like to get your own unit? Would you like to do assignment of mortgage? Would you like to own the piece of the rock? Again, it's like, you know, all these pieces. When my team goes out and finds locations for you, Most location companies charge $100,000. Me, usually it's $25,000. Okay, that just means you find location, you go do it. That's it. I coach you in it. If I'm going to do the work for you and build your credit to do this as well, then I'm going to discount that to $5,000. I want you to save 20 grand. But that's when you do it with me, like now. Okay, if you don't, then you just pay them more money. Okay, I give discounts on live events. This is where I'm going to fight through all the escrows and tear it apart and get you the first location. If I'm going to do that hard damn work and deal the battle for you, I want to make sure you just get the income. I get clients like Robert, other people. Ray, I just want the money coming in. That's it. Dave, I just want the money coming in. No problem. That's the ultimate goal. So what's going to happen if I do the work and you only did the 5,000? We're going to share that piece. That's right. Your division of your corporation gets 75%. My division of my corporation gets basically 25%. We're now partners. Okay, so as long as you want to buy each of that, we could, or you keep it forever. I want to keep it forever. So that's why we designed the fictitious business name division process and modified it to have an A and a B at 4. So now we get to be partners. Now, in other words, you're an investor or build a credit, stay the hell out of my way, you get an income. As long as the income's coming in, you're going to be fat and happy. You're going to enjoy every bit of it. Then you get to learn all the pieces as well. You can fire me and buy me out. I can buy you out. Why don't we just stay playing together? It'd be kind of fun. That's how I've helped people become millionaires and billionaires since 1987. We partner up. You're stuck with me every step of the way. So a certificate of ownership. Okay, that makes sense. What did Danny do? Danny lied to me. Okay, we did this together and I'm doing all the work. All right, well, after we close escrow, the reality is we're trying to position in the leases, and what happens? He didn't do all the divisions he said he did. Okay, he screwed it up. Now we got to settle for $50,000 to get someone to not sue and get a lien and a release of liability. All right, the tow is worth $5 grand. Okay, but the reality is don't want 50,000. See, I'm sorry, but you're always going to have a shitty tenant. You can't. It's not when, it's you're going to have. It's going to happen. So division should be set up with the corporation age, and you should be ready to purchase with the right amount of divisions. Okay, that's the key to it all. If I have 9, I need 9 more subdivisions. That's 18. 18 divisions with subdivisions, and I'm looking at 36. That's a storage unit. If I have up to the 72, that's an apartment complex. So if I have the 9 in the beginning, that's going to be a laundromat or dry cleaner or something like this. It could be a car wash. But again, positioning. Divisions position you for what you're ready to purchase. It's the foundation, what I talk about all the time. Corp, division, 3, 2, and 1 more. That will get up to 100,000 each to $1.6 million and become basically 16 million within about 3 years anyway. You should always keep building credit. As you look at these pieces, who guarantees? A division of me would guarantee. I don't want to guarantee personally. I'm sorry, I don't want to bring the pain in my family. A division is a what again? Legal person of the corporation, which is a legal person, public record. Not here to be CPA and attorney, a little disclaimer there too. I don't want to be a duck and a sheep. I want my corporation, my 9 divisions, building credit up, and away. Then I want my 9 subdivisions. Then I want to position myself for laundromat, dry cleaning, storage unit, apartment complex. Foundation's a key. How do you go get it without the foundation? Like basically this attorney did to Betty. The goal is to understand 1 division to receive it, 1 division to guarantee it, and subdivisions to separate liability from unit A and B. I hope none of you in A or B never sue, but if they do, we're ready. We also pledge the equity to the parent company, deed of trust, assignment of rents. We're going to leverage that to more money. So a division is going to be simple, 3, okay, 4plex is 5. Divisions are simple. I have to position Spirit, Treasury, and Equifax, tax ID, and do that, and get ready to get the credit reports. Daisy chain the credit. Divisions, very simple. All right, we're going to always charge $4.99, 3 for $14.97. Once in a while, they do this little weird stuff in sales, and that's okay. 3 for $9.99 to 9, 9 for $24.99. Okay, so if you're going to do something, think about a division of me. A division of me will guarantee building, car, or your apartment complex storage unit. Because I don't want to guarantee as a person. I don't have a no sorry shit day. A division of me is separate. It's filing separate, signing separate, credit reports, and building credit to it as well. And it guarantees the pieces. That is a Zelle a $9.99 tonight. If it's done tonight, office would do it tomorrow for $19.99. I like giving half price to people all the time, but that's up to you. For the client says, I want $250,000, it's not easy. It was working fine using basically resolution or bank, all right, for a while, but then all of a sudden they changed the rules. American Express now, it seems like they can look at people's bank accounts and look at average balance and they're shrinking limits. That's no fun. I had one client that discovered, knew they didn't file their tax returns in the 4506C form before they got their card. So again, we have to, cross the T's and dot the I's. A blueprint loan for $250. Okay, the old way for resolution doesn't work anymore. Okay, all right. What I was doing is $14.99. You do that, and what happens is you pay 12% on the back end. Now, if somebody did it tonight, I'm going to allow it to go through. $14.99 and a Zelle. You're going to owe me 12% when you get to $250. If it's not done tonight, don't worry. The office is going to charge you the $4,999. There's a lot of work to be done. It's not easy. I'm going to build one of my divisions, which I have under my own corpse, that we have 100,000 coming in and out per month to qualify for the 250. We're going to take that division and transfer it to your corporation anyway. Here's Steve and Jim. Okay, they did the $14.99 and they wanted to guarantee it. They actually wanted 4 of them. They wanted 2 Chase and 2 American Express for each. By the time they're done, all right, after the fees, they got about $900,000. Their monthly income is $86,000, and all we did is use borrowed money anyway. So that's what they did, which kind of makes sense. So again, it's going to be up to you what you want to do for you. So American Express has this blueprint loan. Chase has a bigger one as well. All right, now they want to verify a bank account in and out, no problem. So what happens is the blueprint loan is different than checkbook money. Checkbook money, the bill's due in 45 days. The blueprints, the way they design it is like this $250,000. Until you transfer into your bank account, you don't charge a fee. In other words, you can take that $250,000 and turn it into separate or installment loans, like it says right there. But they want to verify you have real money. That's how you get different layers at different banks as well. So a division of my company that has over 100,000 a month coming in and out, we're going to build up for that person if they want us to, and then we're going to disconnect it. It takes about 4 months to do this, but now you have 250. What are you going to do 250? Okay, that'll be up to you. Hopefully you'll want me to go get you one of the locations I have lined up anyway. All right, that's auto income. So the goal is if all of a sudden you took the 250, let's say you just loaned it out, you could actually do bridge loans in that and turn it into literally $55,000 a month. So, all right, it shows $4,999 for set it up. I did say I would take, because someone asked the question already, $14.99 to do it. If it was done tonight by Zelle only, if not, it goes back to the $5,000 setup fee. And then you will pay the balance of that 12% if you did basically the 12 or $14.99. Okay, and that means by the time we're done, all right, all my work in process is going to cost you about $30,000. If you take that into 25 loans, you can turn that into $55,000 a month if you just loaned it out the money. Again, auto income, everything. Now keep in mind, if you get the American Express Platinum, that's kind of the gateway they use. You click the card, it'll show up the blueprint. I wouldn't suggest don't do it until you have a bank account, have like 100,000 a month. I've watched people do it and they're not ready, and they got locked out for about 6 months to a year. They couldn't reapply. We don't want you to get, I call it locked out. Now each division, let's say we got this done for a division and we gave it to you. Once that's done, you got 250. Would you not want to do it again and again? So literally within about 36 months, you could have $2.5 million of cash credit for every piece you're building. Each division should be a profit center anyway, in its separate P&L, profit and loss statement. So you could literally daisy chain the heck out of this as well. The bank's going to give you more money when they see money coming in and out anyway. So again, if you're tonight going to do like the blueprint or the bridge loan, a bridge loan, you know there's $2,000 setup fee. You put $5,000 in it, Okay, you're going to create between $809 to $900 a month. It is a $7,000 to start. If you want me to do it for you, then you don't have to worry about you just getting money on a monthly basis. If you were to do auto income, okay, and you basically wanted me to do the location to find it for you and fight through the escrow for you, no problem. I'll charge you $5,000 tonight. Normally it's $25,000. Again, I'm doing all the work. You can use Zelle. You can also use a card for that as well. It's, you know, there's your Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, wire kind of thing. But again, it's up to you. I would like you to think about everything you're learning and listening tonight. I want you to self-analyze you. If you have an LLC or a C Corp or whatever, I'd like you to consider transferring it to an S, all right, converting under the 1244. House payment offsetting taxes. That's just my opinion. And that way you don't pay tax up to 3 to 5 million, kind of break even until you get past the 5 million or mark. Then we change strategies. So again, 1244 is where a C, all right, or an LLC will convert to an S Corp when you start to make money. And that's the ultimate goal, to research that as well too, and to guide it the right way. So that allows you and the corporation to file a tax return together. The goal should be, let's get to the profit zone. Profit zone, you got to change strategies now. The more money, the more honey, you got to change strategies. You're a corp with divisions, auto income, becoming the millionaire corporation. Nevada, I'd say no unless you live in Nevada. Stay in your own state right now, Texas, Utah, whatever, Wyoming, all right, from there, Alaska, doesn't matter. A Nevada corp's going to be expensive. But again, eventually you're going to have an LLC in Nevada. It's the only perfect state to have when you have a corporation owning all these pieces around all 50 states. Nevada is known as a tax-free state. Okay, and that would be the ultimate goal to look at as well. So if you're ever going to become the bank, you want to pick a Nevada corp. Now, I wrote to basically become the bank out of Nevada in 2009, being the largest registered agent in the world and selling 10 times Nevada corps than anybody on this planet. So I kind of understand them a lot. So we look at $1 million maker. This means if we're going to leverage money, we're going to reference 3 times 5. So write down reference 3 times 5. Banks are going to give you some money and leverage it and reference it as well. All right, under the corporate umbrella, we're going to daisy chain back and forth, and we're going to build to a $5 to $10 million company. Okay, that's the ultimate goal, 5 to 10 million eventually, and up and away. Banks do have a CD. Chase has a nice CD for 31 days. These are business CDs, by the way, to leverage money. So if we play this game, what is our goal? Leveraging money to more money. If I take a reference of 225, the bank's going to give me a 1,125,000. So again, the more you play with the bank, the more they want to give you more money. And that's the ultimate goal. As we do this, would you do what you're asked to do? These are things that I teach in coaching in classes all the time. If we turned around today, all right, and we took 1,000 all the way to 75,000 reference money, what is our goal? See, your whole thing should be flat out, let's borrow money, which is corporate credit, and let's buy a lifetime income. The lifetime income should be real estate and franchise because it lasts even during a pandemic. And that's the ultimate goal, turning money into money. From there, eventually you become the bank. That would be the goal. We look at Chase, we look at Wells Fargo, we look at B of A. They have bankrupt locations all the time. But again, they take the assets and the money. Each branch is a separate tax ID. We look at Sam's Club or Walmart that had to pay $45 million 3 weeks ago. We look at cities. We look at Geico. All the things that are happening around you, it's time to look behind the curtain. It's time to understand to stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and get yourself to program yourself to millionaire status. Looking behind that curtain makes all the sense in the world. That's what I've done since I was a little kid. I want to know how something works. Today, we do our best. All right, Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Now, at the end of the day, I'm a sinner. I might be a pastor, but I'm a father. I'm a husband. All right, I'm still a man. I'll protect my family. And the bottom line, that's just me. I'm not going to change who I am. I'll try to do my best as God does the rest. Amen to that too. But again, I'm still me. At the end of the day, I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years, helping people. For the last 46 years, helping people as well. You had an opportunity tonight. I'm glad you showed up. I hope you take advantage of it. If you do, call tomorrow at 800-254-9506. When you say Ray said that's last night, they're going to say that's true, but it was a last night offer. Today's offer was basically tonight, and if it's not done, they'll give you the same thing at a little different pricing. So let's do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. God loves us all.